You in the hip hop corridor where we giving you hip hop and more. 96.3 HD4. Get 'em, Dub.
Yeah, we caught the wave and we took it to shore. The convo's pure, it's the hip hop corridor. Yeah, talking about the latest, celebrating who the greatest. And honoring the ones, man, who paved it, who really made it. Be in the amazement, same place they shot Rap City in the basement. Office cable TV, film, music, and entertainment. Check us out, 96.3 HD4. It's the hip hop corridor. Dub and Troy.
Hey. Let's go ahead and cipher. Let's start it off.
I'm telling you, look, that open get me hype every time, brother.
I love it.
So, man, look, go
Hold
ahead,
up.
Dub.
What's going on, y'all? I'm Dub.
And I'm Troy
And welcome to the hip hop corridor.
on 96.3 HD4.
And today.
Today.
Go ahead, Troy. Give him the
Oh,
intro.
man, today. we got, I'm going to call him an icon.
Yeah, there
You know what
go.
I mean? I'm going to call him an icon. He's a pioneer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a pioneer in the DC underground rap scene. You know, a pioneer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a filmmaker.
Filmmaker.
He's a father. Family man.
There it is.
You know what I mean? All-time good guy, your brother, my brother. We talking about Priest the Nomad.
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed,
yeah.
man. Welcome.
Man, thank y'all for having me, man. It's a pleasure to
For
be
sure.
here.
So
Pleasure to
yeah,
be here.
man. Usually,
man.
Oh man, like I said, we usually start the show with a banger, but since you here,
Yeah.
we like you to pick the banger for the day, man.
Yeah, man. Well, you know, since we starting it off, we got to shout out the big bro.
Okay.
So let's shout out my big bro, DJ Cool. Let's do the Music Ain't Loud Enough remake.
There it is. Let's check that out real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just had Cool up here too.
Yeah, he told me. Yeah.
That's fam.
Bro doing this thing.
Health inspection? Yeah, I hear there's some funny business going on in here. No, I'm Mike. I'm the health inspector. Thank you.
Priest the Nomad. Hey, yo, Priest, it's time to remix one of my classics. I said the music ain't loud enough.
Pump up the
Turn it
volume.
up. Come on, come on.
Pump up the
I said the
volume.
music ain't loud enough.
Pump up the volume.
Louder, louder.
Pump up the
I said the
volume.
music ain't loud enough.
Pump up the volume.
I'll ask that question.
You can just a little
I
bit.
said the
Volume.
music ain't loud
Yeah,
enough.
sound good. The
Hey, yo,
volume.
Priest, where you at?
Listen, from the battles of slave ships, poetry raised the fists. In DC, they slice niggas, give them lines like Kate Swiss. I emerged from that rubble with good trouble. John Lewis, we fluid. Now we travel amongst the stars like Hubble. Pump bass through the outcry, that EQ prejudice. Very thump below 100 hertz, keeping me relevant. Priest of no mask, the name hit your city like acid rain in June. When you hear it, nigga, pump up the volume. Y'all famous cheese, screwing each other over for the rap race. DJ Cool rock stadiums, y'all scratching in cafes. True to the nucleus of hip hop,
scratching
we
at
own it. So if you
cafes.
hear a wiki, bitch, nigga, jam
What
on
up,
it.
J-Dub?
Yeah, we know. On the track team demo, so much weed on them, we had the camouflage in a green Renault. Through that sunbeam window, they watching me with this thing.
Anybody
Man, I
on
pump that
YouTube,
shit louder,
say something
make
in
them
the chat.
say my name.
Got a question for our brother Priest?
Come on,
Hit us with it. You know what I mean? Pump the volume.
yeah.
music ain't loud enough.
Just say what's up. You know, you can say what's up.
DMV, where you at?
Music ain't loud enough.
The volume. Pump the volume.
Music ain't loud
It's
enough.
an anthem. Pump the volume.
What up? Where we at? IG? TikTok. What up, TikTok? Welcome to the hip hop
Slinging
corridor.
niggas like Mississippi. DC, baby. Like that lady singing the shooter, so that hoe can't win. We locked into the game plan. My third eye vision reflect off the sun like some Ray-Bans. Y'all know the culture is safe hands. All state, nah, that's the good hands. We the new brand. First classic, that's in your memory, like some new brands. Cool, where you at? Slim, I get you. That's the motherfucking DC black signal. We with you. DMV want the smoke, Slim. Y'all know how we get down from the city where they pack 4 pounds and flip your chest muscles upside down. That's what we pack the fire for.
Man, I ain't want to stop that joint.
I know.
I was rolling right there. You know what I'm saying? That joint
Fire,
had me going, yeah.
Oh, man. Where they pack 4 pounds and flip your chest muscles upside down.
Ooh, there
Slim,
it
I'm
is.
saying.
Lyrics.
Man,
You gotta
man.
live in this joint to understand that.
Yes, indeed. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Man, so please take me back and catch me up. How everything gets started, man. Musically.
Well, you know, my love for music, period, man, started, of course, like with a lot of us, with our elders, man. My as far as just music, period, my mother, my father.
Yeah,
you know
shout
what
out
I'm
to
saying?
them.
Yeah. So that's the soul. That's the, you know, and my father was like, you know, the brothers Johnson and Donald
okay.
Byrd, Donald
Yeah.
Byrd,
Okay.
big Donald Byrd
Oh,
fan.
yeah.
So That was the pedigree. My mother was more like Lou Rawls, Dionne Warwick.
Oh yeah,
you know that type
Dionne
of deal.
got some classics though.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know the Burt Bacharach kind of long stuff.
Okay,
You know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Big sound.
So
Yeah.
definitely a lot of diversity in the music. But my aunt in Brentwood, man, I was born in Brentwood, right up the street, man, 13th
Right around the
Street.
corner, yeah.
13th Street, yeah. So my grandfather had a house for 40 years over there. So my aunt, man, 79, she's the one that put me on to the hip hop, like to
Oh, for
Sugar
real?
Hill Gang.
Oh, man.
Because I was a little kid and I could see that the color, the Sugar Hill, it was colorful, looked like candy to me. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, could you play that record? And they played it, and I was blown. It was like. Yeah, what is this? Like,
Yeah.
what is this? Like, so it was just, so that was the start. And then later on, you know, shout out to Frank Ski, man, that is down in Atlanta now, but he
Yeah.
had a show on UDC,
Oh, did he?
WDCU 90.1 called Breakers Delight
Okay.
in the 80s.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think a lot of us from my era that started getting into hip-hop, and we can talk about this later because hip-hop and go-go was so closely aligned in the 80s
right.
until it went
Right.
left
Right.
on the street time in the 90s.
Yeah.
But that was a period that really got me hooked. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's when I found out about Cold Crush Brothers and Run DMC and Grandmaster Flash, you know, all of that. That was my first introduction, and, you know, I was dancing.
Okay.
I've always been both dancing and rhyming.
Oh, nice.
And then it was like high school.
Okay.
I graduated in '90, man. So 88 was one of the pivotal years.
Oh, that was a
of
crazy year,
hip-hop.
too.
So that was the year that I really decided to like really like pick up the pen. That was Kane. That was, you know,
Yes,
that was Kane.
Kane,
Rakim was like,
Rakim.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
Long
Special
Live the
Ed,
Kane.
you know.
Yeah, that was, I bought 4 projects. I remember four cassettes at the same time. It was Big Daddy Kane, Long Live the Kane, his debut album. It was MC Light.
MC Light.
Light as a
I
Rock.
love that Light as a
I
Rock.
bought that
joint.
album. I bought Audio 2, same crew, and then I bought PE.
Okay,
Takes a
can't go
Nation of
wrong with
Millions.
that. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Kane was first. It took 2 weeks to go through that because, like, literally, I had to rhyme every. You
how you
an
got
MC,
that.
man.
Yeah.
You got to rhyme every bar. You got to
joint,
go
every
with
joint.
it. Yeah. So then it was that and PE. So it was like, and it's full circle because Chuck D plays a lot of my records now.
Okay,
On
okay.
his 365 radio. So that's big.
Yeah.
So he's coming. He's a big fan of what's coming out of our area, man. Our DMV,
dope,
man.
yeah.
So shout out to Chuck D, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, so hip hop, it seemed like, and I'm not gonna say you leaving this part out, but the go-go aspect, you kind of jumped over that influence. Because go-go had to influence you being from this
It
area.
did. No, I didn't jump over it. It was a part of me too. I mean, we went to Go-Go's, man. You growing
sure.
up in this area,
For
you going
sure.
to Go-Go's. That's where the honeys. If you trying
You
to,
better believe
if you
it.
trying to meet some honeys, you better be going to some Go-Go's. You know what I'm
You
saying?
better believe it.
So yeah, it was. We went to the little high school Johnson in here, and then a little bit in the city. I went to a couple jobs, but I didn't. I wasn't in the groove like that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't. I couldn't hit every go-go. I wasn't hitting Celebrity Hall every weekend. I wasn't in it like that. But a lot of my folks were, and then I also grew up with Heartbeat and his brother Rick, man. They used to be around my way in Beltsville.
Okay.
In Potter Mill when I was out there. So so I knew about Central Groove. We would go see them. You know what I'm saying? So that was all a part of me because that's what I could touch, right? I could touch those cats. I mean, shout out to Jose, man. Heartbeat is still the Congo hour. He's still doing doing amazing things for the culture in the city, man. So but that's on the go-go tip. That's what we grew up to. And then my cousin in Montgomery County, because my father's side is from my mother's side is from D.C., but my father's side is from out Montgomery County, out Rockville, Cabin John area. And my big cousin used to play for Shady Groove.
Okay.
Like, he used to play bass. You know what I'm saying? So that was the bragging rights. Like, oh, my cousin played for Shady Groove. So yeah, man. So it was between that, even though I didn't go out there, except to visit. But yeah. So that go-go was always an influence too, man. So it was both, and that's why it was natural to me because hip hop and go-go was doing so much, and this is what we talk about in the history and the documentary and all that. they were so aligned because a lot of the break beats were DC bands.
Right.
A lot, you know what I'm saying? The funk bands,
Definitely,
the Winstons,
definitely,
the soul, or Chuck Brown Soul Searchers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the, Skull Snaps, all that, all that stuff came from. That's why Flash and them and Kool Herc, they knew about DC so hard because all the funk music, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then it became the collaboration. Hell, Trouble Funk was on Sugar Hill.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Melly Mel redid the Drop the Bombs up, Pump Me Up.
Yeah.
And then Curtis Blow with EU, Party Time, all that stuff.
Yeah, right.
All the way up through the 80s.
Yeah.
Let's Get Small, KRS-One.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, Dougie and Red Essence.
Dougie Red
Get
Essence,
ready.
they still rocking.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You Kid Play, Sweet Tea.
Yeah, I mean, you can talk about the whole, and that's the conversation I had with Cool, Big Bro. I mean, he definitely told me that, Go Go Live where Herbie Lovebug came up to him in his ear and was like, look, man, the music ain't loud enough. The original that was the first joint with a go-go break in it. You know what I'm saying? That he sampled. And so doing that gave him the influence to use go-go for all of his artists. For Kid Play and Salt and Pepper and all of that. Because it was around that time. I mean, Mike Sounds Nice and all that came. It was all around that time, man. So it's huge, man. And I always give Kool his flowers, man, because he influenced two major movements in hip-hop. And that was that one using go-go, and also the party records from Crooklyn Clan and Fat Man Scoop and them. That came from Let Me Clear My Throat.
Sure it did.
You know what I'm saying? And that was, they idolized Kool, man. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace, Fat Man Scoop and all that. But so DC has always been involved, man. We always been a part of hip hop. For real.
Indeed.
And I think just what happened on the streets in the 90s between DC and New York really kind of tore that up. And that's unfortunately that's when I was really making my, because I graduated in '90, so the whole '90s I dealt with that. I dealt with it here, and I dealt with it when we used to go up in New York and rhyme. I was under Biz for some years, so
hold up, y'all. Let's check some of this music out real quick. We'll be right back. We like at 7 minutes.
I told you, I grabbed it.
That's good. That's good. What you want to go with, Priest?
We go with any year.
Go with anything. I mean,
Hear My Way Home.
Go with. That's your joint.
That's what.
Oh, for real? Okay, play that.
Okay.
But if you got something there.
Oh yeah, I got some joints.
I definitely want. We definitely got to hit. Later, we got to hit. Can't lose the soul.
Oh, that's on here.
Because that's a DC thing. U Street, and then Frequency Match. So for you,
we got that. We got all that.
We ready.
But
This is what I wanted you to.
Yeah, man. I've been so pumped. I meant to send you a list. Yeah, it's so busy, bro.
That's all good, man. I wanted you to go into.
Hit the groove with it. Groove with it. Okay.
You know what I mean? You did.
Anything else you want to ask is all good.
When I was saying skipped over, that's what I meant. Like,
Priest of Nomad. Come on. Look, we coming from that generational struggle. My people, we had to fight.
Yeah, this my type of shit right here.
My back looking like Samsonite.
I like to hear you
Despite
talking
that,
on these
mama
joints.
used to quote lines
Walking
in
on the
cold time. I still had trouble seeing that canary in the coal mine, choking in the corner. It was them corners that raised us. Older dudes used to pay us. Cops that would cage us. Slim. I done seen so many that fell by the wayside. All the spirits of dead youngins piling up to my waistline. I used to dream hard. My dude played ball.
Who made the beat for this joint?
Straight to the league. He gon' see y'all. You gotta believe.
Okay. What part of VA?
Down Brooklyn Manor. Now he doing biz. Man, he ain't even need that bread. He came from some good folks. His pops used to want to game, but it was the fame. They got my man late. Years later, I'm picking dude up from the Fed gates. He's like, man, he's on our groans. And we both struggling, trying to pay back loans. Had a tear in his eye. He said, I was living a lie. Tell mom I'm sorry. Trying to find my way back home. You know, fried chicken and rice with butter. She my queen, so I call her my queen mother. When everyone knows, leave me broken alone. She said, son, find your way back home. Find your way back home. Priest and Nomad. Nomad's an outsider. That's one I call the build and shout like the town crier. The nation's capital politics is the laws of greed. And it's claiming they God, but God don't bleed. So with that, I give my reverence to the Most High, who guides my path even when my spiritual frequencies are low five. Low five is blind, so the third kick in. It revealed my whole birth was a mission. Without a pot to piss in, without a piece of rope to go fishing. When life beats you, feeling like the hands of Sonny Liston. But God protects babies and fools, so maybe the rules didn't lock me out. Nah, they just made me work harder. They just made me devise a new plan.
Woo! Welcome
Man,
back.
that's my joint right there, y'all.
Shout out to my man Vintage on the beat, man.
Yeah,
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, VA in the building.
Man, VA.
VA in the
Yes,
building.
sir.
So I got a question, man. The quality of your music, you know what I mean? I mean, it's to another level, and I think that's because of your other career path that you took. You know what I mean? Being an engineer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Talk about that and how that helps your art.
Yeah, man. I became an engineer around I went to school at Omega School of Recording Arts in Rockville. I went there in 2001, 2002. And shout out to my man Young Guru. He went there a little before me in the 90s and everything. And we both, went there and everything. That's family. And yeah, man, I wound up, getting into it. And I wanted to get into it because I wanted to be totally immersed in the culture and the industry. Like I wanted to, have more skill sets. I wanted to be able to get paid off not just depending on art, art. You know what I'm saying? With any hustle, you got to diversify, right?
Absolutely.
So that was my thing. And I fell in love with it, man. I wound up, getting into. I tried different. I was in live sound for a minute at the Lincoln Theater. Shout out to my man Mal from 3LG, who was the head sound engineer down at Lincoln Theater. He's an AV cat now. So yeah, he was down at Lincoln Theater. So I was down there with some other spots, 930 Club, doing stagehand stuff, and then they brought me back to Omega.
Okay.
And I wound up working there for 6 years. I took over the hip hop and R&B and gospel.
Oh, dope.
So I was working with Raheem out there, Devon. Shout out to him and Drew Hill and they was joined with them and Ludacris and a lot of gospel cats and Richard Smallwood and a lot of those folks. Man, I assisted on. So that helped me learn, and I wound up becoming a producer.
Okay.
I became a producer in the sense of I've made beats, but I don't really make beats. But I produce beats, meaning that when I get a template from a producer or whatever, even cats that are producers in their own rights, they know I work with them as writers.
Okay.
So I'll get the beat. And then I'll grab live musicians. And sometimes I don't have to add anything, but I can see if I hear, depending on the song, okay, I need to do a live. We need to get a live bass on this, or we need to get some extra keyboard work to reinforce. I'll grab my man Zoe. Shout out to Zoe. I grab other cats. So. Being here, we spoiled, Slim. We got a whole wealth of musicians. One of the most pulled from areas of musicians, man. So it's so much family here. I can just tap vocalists, things like that, man. So I've learned how to make music because I work with so many producers, and I learned how to make records, especially in the gospel arena. You know what I mean? Because they'll they'll have 2 or 3 programmers with MPCs, and then have the band come play over that and produce. So, you know what I'm saying? That'll be the template. Pre-production, they'll do that, and then they'll come. You know what I'm saying? So I see the whole process, and I see the choirs, and I'm the engineer recording all. So I learned how to make records. You know what I'm saying? So that really helped me in my work as an artist. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of my stuff is real musical.
Okay.
Yeah, you could tell. Absolutely, you could tell.
So your first project, the 2005 joint. What's the Mr.
Well, that definitely was my first project.
Oh, that wasn't the first one?
Nah, my first.
Let's catch us up.
If you go on my Bandcamp, my travel CD is 98.
Okay.
That was my first project as by me. And before that, I had a single in the year before 97. Well, actually, it was released in 94, but we re-released it on the label in 97.
Okay.
So I was pressing up my own vinyl in 94. And shout out to CeeLo and rest in peace, man, and my man Eminem from the chapter, the Mirage, who's down at PGC Book, all of those cats, man, that would sneak our records on the mix shows on PGC and Kiss and all that. They would sneak our records,
That's
man,
dope.
like when they wasn't supposed to.
Right.
Just to represent the area,
So
man,
love,
and just cats coming out. So people, they try, man. We trying to fight the system through, and represent, man. So, so
that was the joint. So your so chapter 3, doing that. Tell me about the chapter 3 days. What was it like going to the club as a dancer first before you start actually going in there spitting? Did you ever go in there and spit? The chapter 3 Mirage?
I think I might have rhymed there one time on some freestyle with Eminem. Nothing. Yeah, that's what it was for me back then. It was like going to I was known as a dancer,
Yeah.
right? So it was because I was sneaking I was going there with the fake
I was
ID.
saying, 'cause you had
in
to be
high school.
18, 21
Yeah,
to
you
get
had to be
in there.
18. But I was in that joint like 17, 16. I mean, and Ron Hunt, you say, I know you was underage. But I was part of House Nation there. So, we had Friday nights, we had House Nation night. And that's how I met a lot of my family, crew and stuff, and just dancing, and then we was battling all the Howard dudes and New York dudes would come down, and everybody became a community. Because Ron DeBerry and them who did the Ritz, and they would come down, they was dancers back then. Ron and Puff used to dance.
Roddy High. Ron used to dance with Roddy High.
Yup, and Vinny D. They used to dance.
Vinny D.
Him and Puff used to dance for Vinny D.
What?
So $55
motel.
motel.
Yeah, 55. That's my joint. Yeah.
So Ron and Puff. So we used to battle Ron and them. The Howard dudes down at the chapter, the clubhouse, and WST, all of that type of stuff, man.
Yeah.
My old stomping ground.
And see what happened with the transition was because I was rhyming still, but I was mostly a dancer. But one of the dudes at House Nation, my man Monty, wound up managing Biz.
Okay.
And that's how I got connected because we started. They was doing parties. Him and my man Big Tone, Daylight. They was doing parties, and they had a little party group when they was doing stuff, and we'd be at the Ritz. We knew all the promoters, Dominique and Red L and all them, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then they started doing parties with Biz, and then it was like Biz loved it. We started doing stuff, and then I was helping him, and then we was setting up sound checking at UVA one time doing their homecoming, and that's when. I was sound checking and I was beatboxing, and Biz was like, "Yo, who's that beatbox?" They was like, that's Priest. He can rhyme, and he started clowning me like, "Nah, you can't rhyme." DC. I was being from here. I was like, "Whatever, Slim, I can rhyme. What you want to do?"
Right. What's up? Okay.
What's up? and so we went at it at sound check.
And that's how it kind of all started?
That's how it started. And then, and then he pulled me up during a party, and we rhymed. And that's in the doc. I got the clip of that rhyming. Yeah. Shout out to my man Kenny Johnson, man, one of the promoters down UVA. They recorded that.
Okay.
And digitized it. So I got that in the doc, man. So rest in peace, Big Bro, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, rest in peace, Biz, man.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man. So, and then Biz, even though we separated, we became... I started engineering for him when I became an engineer. Sometimes
Get out of here.
I was doing a lot of his voiceover work at Yo Gabba Gabba, and so it's like our relationships evolved. You know what I'm saying? So
that's dope. It's on you, Trouble.
Hey man, so look, I want to talk about the doc, but before we talk about the doc, I want to talk about how U Street, Freestyle Union, and how all of that started to form. How you got into that? Yeah,
man. So. After me and Biz and Monty split, Biz and Monty started really, really doing their thing, man. And I was just kind of moving around, and then I think like 94, like I said, I had pressed up my own vinyl in 94, right? So this is kind of like right after that. It was getting mixed show played. There was a freestyle competition at the old spot, State of the Union, which is now Alice.
Yeah.
So it's State of the Union was the former spot. And it was a freestyle competition, and me and now one of my former crew members, my man Sub Z, we were both in it. We hadn't met each other at the time, but we was both in it, and we tied.
Okay.
And freestyling. It was like, I remember Prime hosted it. Rest in peace, Prime. He was just fresh off. He was on the Rap City thing, and he hosted it. And me and him, and Prime went to High Point.
Okay.
So he was ahead of me, but he was like, pre, So it was kind of like, and then me and Sub Z wound up tied, and he was with the Freestyle Union.
Okay.
And his Tony Blackman, who was running it, they were together as a couple at the time.
Okay.
And they was doing it in Southeast at first. It was at a spot, an art center called 8 Rock in Southeast in Anacostia.
Okay.
They was doing it, and he was like, "Man, we were looking for you." They was like, we heard about you. We was looking for you, because I guess they heard, have stuff on the radio and people, the buzz that got around, and they was like, "Yeah, we got this thing. We about to move from Southeast to Northwest," and then they told me about it. And he was like, "Yeah, it's all freestyle, and you can't bring written rhymes, and we give you topics, we do things, we do exercises. It's a workshop."
That's dope.
Yeah, so it was. There's been nothing like that before, and nothing like that since.
I know. I was rhyming.
This is and it has sparked so much stuff in generations and generations. But anyway, so it started. And when they moved to Northwest, they went to HR 57 at first by Old Street Market.
Yeah.
And then we moved to the Kaffa House on
Where
U
that's
Street.
at?
On
Okay.
U Street.
It's
Yeah.
still okay.
So the spot where my people's got a joint, Soul Cousins Pizza now.
Okay.
My man Dennis Clark and them, they got a joint. Dennis is from the scene with us too, man, the club scene back in the day.
Damn.
But he became a chef. So they got a spot there, 1212 U Street called Soul Cousins Pizzas. And
Oh, we gotta check
but
that out.
That used to be the Kaffa House.
Okay.
And that was a spot, this is right when, before U Street Cardoza, they were still building the stations
Okay.
and everything. There was the construction, and so it was still desolate down there.
man.
So you just had a little couple shop owners that was trying to get people down there, and we was able to they was opening up to, and that's why I say artists are always the first to gentrify, because we the ones that clear the brush and go to these neighborhoods and go to areas of desolation just to do our art.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't care. We from these places, man.
Right.
So it ain't nothing to us.
Right.
We knew U Street was hot. I mean, everywhere is hot.
Right,
so
right,
we just go, we know how to move. We go mind our
Exactly.
business, go do our art. And we was pulling dudes off the street. You know what I'm saying? To come cipher.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
dudes from 21st in Vietnam, like,
Yeah.
Black Indian had his people.
Black Indian, yeah.
He was like 16, 17. But he was already touring.
Oh, damn.
With Sub Z
Okay.
and my man Kokai. They had a group called Open Sock, but they was touring with a jazz artist named Steve Coleman.
Okay.
And they were touring all over the world back then. So
Damn.
and they was free. They freestyled their whole shows. It was straight jazz, like you know what I'm saying. So this is what the history of you guys don't know. They'll know about, man. There's been so much stuff. You know what I mean? So so that's how it started. And when I got to the Union, man, I was awestruck. I was shook. And it's like everybody walking. You walk into a spot because the level of skill. Because what it taught you was how to let go and break yourself down to build yourself back up.
Okay.
When you go into the gym, when you first start going to the gym and you weak.
Right.
Yeah, right. There's a period where it's just deflating.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
like?
Especially the early
But
days.
you got to work through that, right?
Exactly.
To get going.
Exactly.
That's exactly how building your brain is in a muscle. Like you gotta show you how weak you are to then build up. And the people that committed to that got incredible.
Okay.
But a lot of people left. It was like, nah, because it was the bravado, the hip hop. It went against hip hop.
Okay.
What we knew of hip hop.
Man.
So.
Man, matter of fact, we gotta stop 1 second. We gotta listen to some more music real quick. We'll be right back.
Let's go. Absolutely.
What's next? It's on you this time.
It's on me. I Can't Lose a Soul. We got to play. That's a classic, man.
Yes,
So
indeed.
2019. Yes, sir.
Yeah, nah, this is
Man,
dope.
there's so much to talk
I know,
about.
you dropping some knowledge on this joint.
Yeah, because the history.
It's important for me, man. Like every time we get these opportunities to just make people aware of how historic and deep things go with the culture here.
Right.
So that people want to ask more questions and have more conversations.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I want to do. I want to spark more conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You are.
That's what I hope the doc does. Is spark like, well, damn, how all these people connected.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
you know, man, it's happening everywhere. So, you know what I'm saying? And be proud of it. Because the soul, we paid Chicago back then. Because dudes didn't get it. They ain't like, man, this is man, I don't know what y'all doing over there. Yeah, listen, in the booth, I'm a cyclone. Never with the average. We landed on that nation's cop from the middle passage. With not vegan, but put it to your cabbage. Cop the fifth back. Yo, she ready like Tim Haddish. Hold up. They don't want to stay attacking. We walk them city streets and we make cash from addicts. Some out of towners come here and bring all their baggage to Chocolate City. Now they complaining there's too much black.
Especially if you
Young Bam is to the utmost. How y'all gonna come here and complain about the mumbo? How y'all don't know about brothers slapping the Congo? The better chapter history slim. Chucking the run jokes. Plus we got some MCs here that can unload and spit full owner and navigate the belly of the beast like Jonah. They talking about there's no joke here. It's love here, but you gotta respect the culture. This real, huh? Whether rap or go-go, R&B or jazz, yo, you can't lose. Yeah, y'all know the streets go, just how that beat go. Do it for the people. In the city, potholes is no joke. And what even have smoke really wasn't. Before U Street, everyone say no more. Put your one leg up and put your booty on the floor. Random people doing stuff. Yeah, but we found each other. Like that's when we started discovering how your one leg up was actually doing the booty on the Gene Priest and Nomad.
Mr. Move in their own pocket. Spirit of God on the production. Most people never heard of me. Some people know my legend like bring it all together. Got bread on that. We started signing about state of the youth. Spit the bars in your face like black makeup. Heavy line. You know what I'm saying? My man Head Rocket. Dirty Friday with my man Big Tony the George Club. You had them 6 4 songs just isolated. Coffee shops that higher than Spanish labor good. Neighborhood bars don't even fuck with the neighborhood. Here to represent for the voiceless up in your favorite hood. Bars that'll slice you up quicker than Darth Vader could. Pretty women, they was all developing back. No, we not tripping. Every city is going through rush, man. So we didn't even know what we was doing. We was just happy to find. Yeah, so do it. What the raps do go nice. Come on, you know we can't lose the soul. Yeah, a lot of y'all got the streets go. Just how that beat go. Do it so that we get home. In the city, potholes is no joke. No smoke. Lose the soul. But I was rapping. Say no more. Put your one leg up and put your booty on the floor. On the floor. Yeah.
I was a little go-go too. But I was like a hip-hop a little bit more than go-go for me.
And that's why it's so your booty like Killer Cow. My little bro, man, Killer Cow is really important because he shows you that you can do both equally. Like you know what I'm saying? Me and Cal are on straight hip hop shit together. He take me, I need to go, I'll beat him out. Just ask, you know what I'm saying? And blah, blah, blah. And like he'll keep me up on stuff or whatever, but because I'm not in the world. But he, when it's time to spit, he'll be like, and he'll come and do stuff and you don't have to choose.
Nah, you don't. You can do it all. Back on me. Mm-hmm. All right, welcome back to the Hip Hop Corridor
on 96.3 HD4.
When we left off, man, we was talking about the State of the Union joint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So yeah, State of the Union spots. That was one of the pivotal spots on U Street. Back in the 90s. This is like mid 90s, early to mid 90s.
Right.
93, 94. Again, that contest that we had, I think was like 94 and 95. I think it might have been like 95 because that's when I went to the Union.
Okay.
But it wasn't really until the Union got to U Street. They had things on U Street that was like, they had a thing at on 9th Street at a spot, I think it was like Nyala or some spot you had to go upstairs. They had some battles and stuff. And I think that's one of the reasons why Freestyle Union wound up coming to U Street. But it was like really little known. But when we started going to U Street, and because the Freestyle Union was open to anybody who wanted to come, because it was a workshop,
right?
So that we attracted people, right? We attracted other people that was just around the city or around the area that was just loving the culture, and you didn't have to participate; you could watch. And we had producers because producers came. We used producers' beats, so they brought their beats on tape.
Okay,
and we played their beats. And then their beats would run the cipher. We'd just go through round robin through beats. So producers got to expose their beats. So like it literally was a cultural uplift.
Yeah, we need to bring that back.
You know what I'm saying? And then it was whatever beats, and then and then the producers got known, and then you started linking up.
With,
right. And
networking.
Yeah, man. So and so that was the start. And then the poetry scene came real hard. So the poetry scene. A lot of it started in a spot in Georgetown called It's Your Mug, where a lot of my elders, my man Kenny Carroll, and from Southeast, and Brandon and Tony Lightfoot, who was the two black women, man, started this thing. The Tony Lightfoot on the poetry space and Tony Blackman on the rhyme space, right? This is the beauty of black women, man. Like they provide these incubation spaces and for you to come be vulnerable at, right? And build. So they had that poetry workshop right when we had the rhyme workshops. And we would go to each other's stuff. This is where Ta-Nehisi Coates came from. You know what I'm saying? This is where he really started honing his thing. I mean, he's from Baltimore, but he went to Howard. So he really started honing his thing, and that's why, how we linked. You know what I'm saying? He's in the doc and everything. So shout out to T, man. But yeah, so we would go to their spots and rhyme, and then they would come and I say we would just interchange, and all of this stuff wound up coming to U Street. After It's Your Mug, they started coming to U Street and doing that in there. So it was both. This is the Coffin and the Coffee House and State of the Union and Bar None. Which was now Pure Lounge.
That was the joint. Bar None.
So all the Cafe Nima, all of these spots, that would happen.
And we created this whole community, and we little did we know, we were revitalizing that whole corridor.
Yeah.
Because we made it safe, right? White people started seeing it like, oh, they're back on U Street. I can come, I'm safe. I'm not gonna get hit in the head. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then of course when Republic Gardens opened back up, that was a wrap.
That's choice spot right there.
Right.
You was up in there trouble?
Was I? I was all up and down.
See, when Republic opened, that opened it up to outside of people, outside of artists.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it was artists at first, and then Republic brought everybody.
Yeah, boy, everybody.
Right, because everybody was hitting there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we were right next door, so it was like, are you the Republic Garden crowd or you the State of the Union crowd? That's how, because we was right next door. State of the Union was a little hole in the wall underground spot with a picture of Rasputin, the philosopher, the Russian philosopher, on the Russian poet, the philosopher on the wall. Right.
Yeah.
And then it was just a little dingy hole in the wall underground space, and you're right beside Republic Guard, which is ritzy Mark Barnes, you know, and Mark despised people like us, right? you know, he's like, I don't like you artists, you don't make no money, and we're like, we don't like you because you destroy culture.
Right. And it's crazy that you say like Republic Guard was right there, then the State of the Union right there, then right down the street, Club U was right there.
Oh yeah.
So we had a bunch
across
of
the street.
Across the street.
Yeah,
a bunch of music
but Club
right
U
there.
was a little later. That came a little later, but this is the height, because that was like 98, 99.
Yeah, that's when I started stepping in there.
2000, Club U was crazy.
Yes, it was.
That's when U Street was like the pit light.
Man,
and it wasn't like trifling. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it was still cool.
The let out was crazy.
Let out,
let out where everybody meshed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Public Gardens let out, State of the Union let out, Club U let out.
Right.
Everybody's hanging.
The McDonald's right there, for sure.
And the beautiful thing is you would see all types of stuff happening. You would see, of course, the interaction with the dudes booking females and all that, but we would be ciphering out there. Dudes would be like, graffitiing. There would be all types of stuff happening in pockets all down the corridor. It was just an eclectic mix of non-monolithic black excellence.
Absolutely. I love the way you put that.
Because we're not monolithic, man.
That's right.
Let's get into the movie, man. Tell me, then you curate that joint.
Well, I did the Q&A.
Q&A, okay.
You know what I mean? And one thing, the dopest thing I learned about the movie, first of all, it was very well done.
Thank you, man.
I'm going to give you love on an incredible project. But the history, the way you was able to just intertwine the history and like tell that story, you know what I mean? And bring it modern and tell the story of U Street and tell how you guys, were part of that. I'm talking about from Duke Ellington all the way to the present.
We go through the original history of U Street.
Okay.
Like you can't talk about like U Street without dealing with the original history. So the Duke Ellingtons, the Ella Fitzgeralds, the all Bethune, Mary Clyde Bethune, else was on Vermont, so right on
Vermont. I just went to that joint.
And the other dope thing about the movie was the people that were in it. You know what I mean? That were giving testimonials, and you saw how vast the DC hip hop scene was. I'm talking about from Nonchalant, Questions Asylum, which was one to me. Question Mark Asylum. One of the dopest, to me, they had one of the dopest songs that came out of DC that it went and then it stopped. You know what I mean? And then you had Tracy Lee, and you had, I said Nonchalant, Stinky Dink. Who was like, he
Cool was on it, so
DJ Cool was in it. And all
all
those people, first of all, they all gave you praise. They all gave you love.
Much love, man.
You know what I mean? So that shows you're standing in the community.
For sure.
But the fact that it showed that it is a community. Was dope.
I think later, the beautiful thing is if you do something long enough, right? What I love about our city, man, what I love about DC is that we just recognize real. Like whatever you on, just be real about what you about, and you get respect.
Yes, indeed.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And there was no disdain for what we were doing back then, like even from street dudes and nothing. It was just like we was irrelevant. They was like, we focus on getting money. You know what I'm saying? We don't care about what you're doing over like that's it was more like that. But now a lot of those dudes, they're like, man, look, man, you always, been about what you about, man. We gotta respect that, man.
Exactly.
Like, and that's just what it is here, man. It's pedigree here. So I think that you know, no matter what type of time you on, you just be real about it, and that's why we've always been relevant amongst youth, because kids, you can't fool kids. Kids are about truth. You got to be about it. Whatever it is that you're supposed to be, you better be. So, you know, we always doing workshops in schools and, you know, from all different levels and stuff. So, man. So it's, you know, it's. I think that's why we all connected, because Cool and Dink used to come down U Street, and that's how they saw me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like the State of the Union. I didn't even know that back then. I mean, I met Cool down there. But I knew Cool from the East Side, like as a dancer. But I didn't really know him back then.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
My peoples knew him.
Right.
You know, Tone and them and Monty and them, they knew him.
Okay.
But I was too young, right? So I didn't really know him. I was, you know, probably only got into the East Side like once or twice. But we was like, you know, you hang outside, right? But they all came down U Street, and like I didn't even know Dink knew who I was, right? You know, I met Dink through Killer Cow.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, you know, I met him. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't even know. He knew. He was like, "Yeah, Prince, I know you was down U Street. Come down." I was like, "Oh, all right." And then, you know, we started linking, and so, you know, that's how I got him on, you know, the dock and, you know, doing music and stuff. So
that's dope.
But that's us, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we you know, and I respect just like they respect.
Yeah. Matter of fact, let's listen to some music real quick. What you want to hear this time, baby?
Well, you know, one of my favorites is recent, the Frequency Match joint, man.
Frequency Match, let's get it. Let's get it.
Vibes.
Let's check it out. That's my joint right there too.
Yeah,
we got written down right there. Check.
We got a troll up in the building.
Uh-oh.
Umbrella
I'm about to cut
free.
him off.
What's up?
Suddenly I'm caught up in your
Oh shit, here we go again with the heat. Hip hop flip, Simone bounce over the beat. Blessings over the test blessings. Fecal matter, we go. Shit, her feet pitter patter, make love to her mind. But she
the hip hop
deletes the
poor,
data.
though.
She
You don't
take
like
me
rap,
as
you
a
can write
rapper and nothing
in the hip hop
more.
poor.
But she just want them selfies and shit. Ass in the panel shot, God help her, she's there. I know, I ain't got a chance. 50,000 likes for her booty and cut off bands. Go on dance.
Yeah, when dudes start talking negative,
That ain't never happened.
Never happened. That old boy, I mean,
But I can't no more. I want to build that. They just look at nervous on where to get rid of them. Bullshit goes down the river. Susquehanna and a man from the heavens, and she flow like syncopated rhythm. But she's narcissism with a V8 engine. But I digress. She make a lot of money when she's so impressed, cause nobody see her past the BBLs. But maybe that's just because she got a BBL. Duh, bruh. She shine out like candelabra, but I can see the pain that she does teeter-totter with a beef with her father. It's so revelating. She said we can smash, but she's not dating. Mating, yes, but we not mates. So nevertheless, I press.
Marcus Mobley, crack. What's up, man? Travis.
we're trying to get distribution. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Right, that's why I'm hitting the film festivals. Trying to get the buzz up. I got hit up.
I appreciate y'all checking this out, man. Hip Hop Corridor in the building.
I got hit up with an email today, actually.
Word.
Yeah, that's what the distribution is to. So I'm trying to. That's what we want to do. Just trying to get up, man. Because I want to get it up.
Hip Hop
They must go for your terrible shots. I was on pen, they get Sanskrit from the brain. I'm on a beat with a lot of fever, so hot when the verse hit the speaker. Priest of Nomad, I never fit in, but rather I made the whole world adjust to my temple within. Left the trailer breadcrumbs.
What's up,
I was determined to do the same just for accolades. Even when the dough was half the pay, I still weave words together. Malcolm made youngin', no matter what it take, I will move something. Mind, body, soul, body rolls on the day.
Hobbs, what's happening?
DJ from the far away, leave it out here the frequencies. I need that vibe. Bitches can't swear we rock,
I appreciate y'all checking this out, man.
Blueprint, much love, man. Much love. Plus my self-esteem is at an all-time high. No
no sex but the feces. That's not it.
Liz
Basically, I'm saying
GTV,
niggas
what's up,
can't
man?
fuck with my shit. Nah, they can't fuck with my shit. Nah,
Jeremiah. Man, shout out to everybody that's tuning in, man. For sure, man.
That's it.
It's funny, Killer Cow, that's my man. I went to Norfolk State.
Ah, yes.
He was down
He was
here.
Hampton, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I played ball down there.
Okay.
So they had a band down there. Killer Cow and them had a band. And I used to go to their shows, man. They used to let me get on stage and all that.
Nice.
And Cal, I had a music video show called Display.
Okay.
And he was on that joint too.
Okay,
Yeah, we had a good one. It was a video show.
Yeah, nice.
Small world,
That's
man.
the
Tell me you met Dub, man.
Yeah, that's the homie, man. That's my dude.
That's man.
Good people.
Oh yeah, we gonna get him, Steve, Scorpio, we getting everybody. You know what I'm saying? We trying to do State of the Union right here in the corridor. You know what I'm saying? Bringing everybody that's dope, and we gonna let them spit too. Okay. You know, we just have some callers spit up here. Dave Anonymous. You know Dave Anonymous?
I know the name. Right, man.
He used to host down the street too.
Okay.
Yeah, he was one of the hosts. Yeah.
We had you Ashley Brown.
Yup.
Born Supreme.
Incredibly talented. Yeah. Sister be doing it.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, man.
Welcome back.
There it is, man. Oh, man.
I hope y'all enjoying yourself as much as we enjoying
man.
ourselves.
We vibing out up
This
here.
a treat right here. This a treat today, man, for sure, man.
Absolutely. Man, so I want the world to be able to see this movie, right? So promote it, tell people a little bit about it, where they can see it. And
the title.
Yeah, so the documentary is called I Was the Weirdo.
Okay.
Man, you know what I'm saying? So this is kind of like just one of many. Mm-hmm. I'm one of many stories, right? So it's not. I'm not in here, trying to be I'm one of many stories. So I'm basically using my 30+ year story to narrate a lot of things that was going on in hip hop in DC, which really sparked the kind of identified why hip hop was looked at the way it was in the 90s here. You know what I'm saying? Especially doing boom bap, soulful hip hop, right? Which is considered to be like New York type stuff. And just because a lot of the conflicts that was happening that I didn't know about at the time. Like this is like literally a discovery. Once I was literally started off documenting stuff, and then you started discovering things in the same timelines, and this is what was going on, and you're like, wow, then man, I was okay, and just to spark conversations, but also document the history, because there are generations of us, right? When we started on U Street in the 90s, revitalizing that corridor, man, there's so many generations that have come through there. I mean, think how many people that came through. Of course, 20 Bello and them, that whole 2010s era, like that, and Odyssey and XO, Diamond District.
That Diamond District joint was one of the best.
Those my little bros, man. So like them and Low Budget, Kev Brown, Camber, Substantial, like all these people, and then of course Wale and them coming with Fat Trell and them coming through Pure Lounge, like all of these, spaces that have generations. I mean, and then the younger cats and the Shot Glizzies and stuff. And I don't, even though that era is, of course, things were more accepted and more spread out, right? So cats were able to stay and do things in their areas, right? But there was no areas back. It was like you kind of met at one spot and you was happy to get one spot, right? There was, little showcases and stuff, but it was, literally a scene here that we helped to spark. So, that's what the documentary is, and it's also showing the challenges of being in the nation's capital, man. We're the center of politics for the world, right? Where everybody comes here. That's the challenge too. Like we're in a transient area. A lot of people come here and take, they take stuff and they don't give proper respect and proper dues. And, this is why DC is so closed with our stuff. We tune out a lot of external stuff, right? Like the external validation don't mean nothing, man. Like if we ain't stamping it here, because deals get done in the back door congressional halls to come set up businesses in our neighborhoods things and you know, and shoulders getting rubbed and all that type of stuff, you know. So we are used to that, man, and that's part of the landscape where you people that are gatekeepers that ain't from here that wind up controlling stuff and bringing their people in from Utah or wherever they from, right? So just, you know, really articulating all that. Like I really want to articulate the challenges in the street stuff and the, you know, that stuff, everything that affects art. Right, because art is life. Yeah. So if it's affecting your life, it's affecting your art. Right. And that's an expression. Right. So it was important to me, man, to just articulate all these nuances and connect them, and to have other people connect them. Other people that are respected, so it's not just my voice, right? It is the DJ Cools and the Stinky Dinks and the Nonchalants and One End and Kyle, and then the Ta-Nehisi Coates and my homegirl Camilla Forbes, who runs the Apollo Theater in New York, you know, who did the play with Chadwick Boseman that I was a part of, and Howard, like. All of that stuff, and then Delia Gonzalez used to be on Channel 9. Like, she was part of the U Street scene. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's family. Like, you know, they're my U Street folks. And then, so it's you know, and then academia. I got, you know, professors, my man Dr. William E. Smith, Bowie State, all these people that are all immersed in and tapped into all of the art and stuff that has come from it over these periods, and just the challenges and the vastness of it. So it was important for me. I got 30 interviews in there. It don't seem like it's that many, because it flows so. But I have 30 interviews. The runtime is 82 minutes, so it's an hour and 22 minutes. Okay. So it's a feature documentary. So yeah, man. So it's hitting the film festivals right now. We're doing Martha's Vineyard. The August 1st through the 9th, we're screening August 4th. But Martha's Vineyard African American Film Festival, so that's big. That's Academy Award qualifying, so that puts the film on another level. So that's, you know, and that's been love. And then right after that, we're doing, and we shout out to my man Tim Gordon at Light Rail Film Festival. We did that here. They was the first. So DC, we premiered it here with Light Rail. So I got to give them love. That's the homie. He definitely looked out, man, and so Light Rail, Martha's Vineyard, and then right after that we're doing the Hip Hop Film Festival in New York, in Harlem. So that'll be the end of August. Man. So I've been rejected by some. So like, you know, people know like it ain't all gravy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. Tribeca, American Black Film Festival, they rejected us. So so people that's doing stuff, man, this is, rejection comes with the game. That's part of the game. You're gonna get rejected, but you're gonna get accepted. You know, and those exceptions are where you're supposed to be.
That's right.
So
that's right. Now that's big, man. And we gonna shout out Tim. Tim, a friend of the show.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the brother, man.
Absolutely.
Had to mention him, man, because it was he definitely looked out, man, and you know. We broke records at his film festival, man. We was the first to sell out.
Okay.
So we had to do an encore screening. So we did a Friday and a Saturday screening at the film festival, man. So the
dopest part, because I was in the building and watched it, the reaction of the people. You know what I mean? Like the reaction of everybody that watched
I was too shook, man. I couldn't pay attention to people. I was emotional. I was shook.
You was emotional.
Sitting there like...
But it's a nervous feeling when you
so much love, dog. So much love from the people that were in it and the people that just came to screen it. You know what I mean? When it ended, everybody wanted more, but everybody felt proud, I think. You know what I mean?
That's what I've been hearing. I think a lot of people are really... they're proud of how the veil is getting lifted on the excellence of that is outside of one particular thing. There's a lot of excellence in this area, man, in multiple things, in multiple arenas. And I think the differences of the type of people that are in it really signifies that. Like all of these excellent people, even if they're not from DC, they really got their thing off here to build their Ta-Nehisi got his thing off here. You know what I'm saying? You know, and same thing with Camilla, same thing with a number of people, man. They got it here. Right? Howard wouldn't be Howard University without the District of Columbia. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, so it's like, you know, there's a big Howard presence in there. Young Guru, you know what I mean? My man, he's in it. Tracy Lee, Cy Smith, like all the family. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they, you know, DC is just real particular and very unique. So I just want to make sure that I'm, you know, really stating that, and that's why the story is, I think, resonating with a lot of people. And we did it in a ways that you ain't got to be from here to really understand and appreciate the film, because we define go-go, we define things. Right. So if you're not from this, or even from the country, right, outside the country, you can have an appreciation, because there's a lot to learn from it. You know what I'm saying? So.
That's what I'm talking about, man. We definitely appreciate you coming up here dropping.
Man, appreciate you having me, man.
You know what I'm saying, telling your story, man. But you ain't done yet. You know what I'm
saying?
Done yet. Hold up, man. We're gonna listen to some more music. We'll be right back.
All right.
What you want to listen to now?
Well, let's listen to that.
Whatever you want to do.
We right here.
We right here.
Yes, and go. Let's do it.
Yeah. Tracy Lee, shout out.
T. Lee, what's up, baby?
We just getting started.
This joint's so crazy,
man, vintage.
Oh my goodness.
Same dude who made My Way Home.
Mr. Nomad.
If he ain't.
My man Tracy Lee here. DC, what up? Hey, yo, Philly, what up? We need the real.
I even like when y'all talking at the end of the song.
Yeah,
you know, that's cool.
There's a part without any Steiner there. I was like, hold up. There's only one Steiner.
And Tracy mentions him in the doc.
He
said he gonna come up when we go to New York.
Still make
it try to come.
Calico, Kwame, polka dot niggas.
With that blam. Pardon me for the grandstand, but you know I'ma put on the show, so get your hands stand. In your city by way of Philly, it's the transplant. Dancing with these bars on top like OnlyFans, man.
The only black man that tap dancing with the man's hands. We can't go for that. All the notes, straight calling folks. Party time. She was rocking with Biggie.
Talk about it, that. You that's the game with you down here, Slim. Like you came down here and stayed for a reason. New York was too crazy. Like you wanted to be close, but you know how fly DC is. That's DC.
You definitely been fly.
My man Mustafa, DC Decade Mustafa had
y'all niggas still marking. Tell her hell we right here. Hey DC, what up? Hey yo Philly, what up? Tell them shorty play the back.
He's a trainer. You know that he used to be down in DC. Yeah, I forgot his name. But he had it on there. He was like, yo, I'm telling you, DC was so fly, man. He was coming out. All of this, all of them was calling out how they come down. Yeah, the fashion and what we was doing. And the Moss Brown, Gore-Tex Johnson. All that type of they taking that back in New York. And everybody just like,
they wasn't there.
Come down Jordan, like, yeah, I think y'all told Jordan. He was talking like, it was all like Dapper Dan and all that. It was like, Dapper Dan was considered bad shit because it was fake.
Right. You wasn't rocking Dapper Dan.
It's like, y'all was like, but that ain't skill. Put him to sleep like that.
Louis do whatever.
It's crazy if it was real, like, but that's why it wasn't like, you know,
better know that you get better on your
we going down bridges.
That's the crazy part. He's definitely out Georgetown. Oh yeah, you can't. Yeah, that was a joint. She was right there. Yeah, and you can talk them down in Georgetown a little bit too. That was the best part. You know what I'm saying?
I can't do this part. So the bro, man, we knock me on the 67. I'm 30 now. I'm drop 45.
The best part about being from out of town, I use it both ways. Okay, like when I was down here, I used to being from Philly down here.
Right.
When I went back home, I used DC. You know, I use that
Just to stand out.
That's how I met you. I remember the
Nah, that's
first
what's
time I
up,
went to
man.
Colorado skate room, man. It was driving
skate
the joint. Cat bringing it to the joint.
That's my side of town right there.
That's
We
how we
stayed
used to
at that
bump
joint.
up the door at certain spots.
Exactly. Hey, yo, man, I remember when Montana had me open for them dudes and Prime and DC.
Oh, man.
Nah, I'm gonna let you do it.
Common stepped to me and Common and Biz tore down the wrist.
That's crazy. Yo, we bought the roots down here. First time they stepped foot in DC, I believe it was at our joint at the Magic Room. Power move. Shout out to my people. You know what I mean? That's how we used to do it. Y'all remember Google?
We're now on our 100th episode. We like at 54 right now. Okay. So our 100th episode, we're gonna have everybody back. We'll do a dumb cypher. You know what I'm saying?
Almost a live show.
Yeah. Agree with us. Yeah. Come to terms.
But at least a cycle.
Yeah.
Oh man, classic.
Welcome back to the Hip Hop Corridor.
On 96.3 HD4.
And today we had Priest the Nomad up in this joint, dropping so many jewels, telling us the history of DC hip hop the earlier days. It's so much stuff. I'm just happy that you came through, man.
Absolutely,
for
you
sure,
gotta
man.
come back.
Yeah, you got to drop the movie, the documentary.
Yeah,
you
man,
know, you got so
appreciate
much.
y'all having me.
You got any more? Anything else coming out?
Yeah, well, I'm working on music.
There
I'm
it
back
is.
to
Oh,
working
you coming
on
back
music.
to the music?
I'm working back on music. Yeah, it's been a struggle, man. Like I've been so busy with a number of things, but I got a number of things on the deck that I'm working on. So stuff for other folks and stuff for me as well. So I'm trying to work on new music, and then like I said, I'm trying to lock down distribution for this thing, man. For the documentary. That's why I'm hitting the film festivals, getting the buzz out, track distribution, so we can get this thing airing, man. I want to get this thing linearly airing, on a network like a Peacock or a Showtime or something like that.
Yeah,
and then have it streaming as well. So we so it can be open to the world, man. So there's a lot of people that's trying to see this, and people that have seen it are really talking about it, man. So it's a blessing. So we just putting in the work, man.
We behind you 100%, man. We support you for sure. But we also support your freestyling skills.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? So we was hoping you could drop, a bar or two for us.
Yeah, man. Let's see what we can do.
All right, Shane, we'll cue it up one time. Let's see what my man Priest can do one time.
Yeah,
all right, turn it up a little bit.
Hip Hop Corridor. I think I'm gonna do a combination of something. Maybe a little bit of freestyle, a little bit of written. You know what I'm saying?
Sound good to me.
Sound good to you? We go. Hip Hop Corridor. Shout out to Dub and Troy. Look here. Yeah, it's a straight freestyle, no writtens, tongue is forbidden, it's color through the prism, the DC office of cable television, I'm hitting supersonic diction, Priest with the rhythm, and this is how I get down, you best know now, I'm from the city where they pack 4 pound, and they spray them things like Renuzit or Febreze, I'm the beast like Quasimodo, when I come through foes, no photo like Mr. G, with the microphone in front of me, when I come through the cable is lyrical divinity, my spirit through the mic cable, all truth and no fable, all fact, hit your back like Cabo crack and spina bifida. Priest are rocking off the rip in the frame. Out the joint, man, it's straight from the brain. And I'm transmundane. That means I'm stop the box. No soap. When I come through that's all she wrote. I thought provoked. And when I start to travel through the hip hop corridor, like Troy and Dub, I'm sorry I mixed up. And see, that's the beauty of freestyling. You make a mistake and do shake like earthquakes. Say to my man Troy, I do destroy. When I come through, my mind stay deeper than Tolstoy. When I go War and Peace or Karen Fina, when I come through the speaker, it's 202 creates. Shout out to my homie Rita. Shout out to my homie Dawn. There's Priest going on. I'm strong, sorta like Hercules. When I bend mics to insight, Celestine prophecy, third insight. Dag, I think I'ma switch to the written. When I come through with the style stuff preventing. My style is so much. Oh, let me take a break. That's what I do. Priest represent. Oh, the freestyle you. My style's humming, coming at ya. Bars taking from Reaper to the rapture. My speaker thunder give them life in the hereafter. My 89 beeper number. Back then, put rappers to bed. What's your sleeper number? Smoke trees with the leaves and lumber. DC, we grieve another. Young and life taking when shots hit the hoodie and his blood leaking under. They souls pedigree got them shrinking like Ant-Man. Y'all white sheep, I'm black sheep, nigga. Van Dam. Priest gets busy. Rhythm slave get tizzy. They getting over now. They just get dizzy. I'm drunk off determination, pissy. Don't confuse with pussy. Only cat me's a mean old lion. Like the Wiz, Diana Ross. Verse with a compass, y'all niggas lost. Souls gather no moss. No boss over me, young. Eyes free. Priest the Nomad. All pro for my people. It's all gold, all black. You tell them anything, tell them that. And that's how I get down. And that's how I get down. Over this mob deep burn, the instrumental. The frequencies through the cable, you can check the fundamental. Plus the harmonic, back to this freestyle ish. It's the upper smooth when I come through swift. Gift, December 25th. No St. Lick, no St. Luke. And when I come through, here's the proof in the pudding.
Woo! That's how you
Yes,
do
sir.
it. That's how you,
Freestyle and written.
oh
There it
man,
is.
that's what I'm talking about
Appreciate
right
you,
there,
baby.
man.
Thank you.
Hold up, Priest. Hold up. Where can the people follow you at, man? Where can they hear more? See all your stuff you got
Okay,
going
my
on.
brain working today
That's
a
what
little
I'm
bit.
talking
My
about.
brain
That's what I'm
working
talking
today a
about.
little bit.
Yeah, we needed that.
Yeah. The beautiful thing about freestyling is you got to be willing to make mistakes, man.
Yeah.
Like it's okay to turn mistakes into a style. That's what we do with the, freestyle you and all that. So look, man, Priest and Nomad. Just Google me, Priest space DA. Space NOMAD. I'm on Instagram at Priest and Nomad. Get at me.
Yeah.
I was the weirdo.com is the website for the doc.
Oh, yeah,
So
definitely
yeah,
shout that
I was the weirdo.com. If you go on my Instagram page, there's a link to that and everything. So yeah, man, just look me up. All
man.
platforms. My music is streaming. Y'all can check my Bandcamp that has my old catalog, Priest and Nomad.
Yeah.
.bandcamp.com. And I'm on all streaming platforms.
Yeah,
Man, that's what I'm talking about right there. That was up there, man.
Look,
man.
the energy is
hey,
up.
hey, I know, right? I ain't want him to stop.
I appreciate you, baby.
Nah, that's what's up,
real.
man. Troy, you got anything to say to the people, man?
Man, I just want to say we hope y'all enjoy what's going on today in the hip hop corridor. You know what I mean? And that's it.
Yeah,
peace,
man.
Peace and love.
Peace and love. Good vibes, man.
Man, much
Appreciate
love.
y'all.
Check y'all next time, man.
Peace.
Peace. Oh, yeah, that was dope. Yeah, I can't wait to play that back.
Oh, yeah. That's dope. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Let's go out with something with Priest on that joint. I like that play too.
Oh, yeah.
I like pump faking.
I like it, right? So,
To me, it was like
that joint you did with when you was featured with what's that Ferrari face and Lenny Lamborghini.
and your music was.
Oh, yeah. I'm
That
on
joint was
that
nice,
album.
too.
Yeah. Shout out to my
I
man
like that
Face,
joint.
Face the Dom.
Yeah.
And Lenny. Yeah, those my folks, man.
That joint was nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hosted the listening party.
Okay.
For that jump.
Okay,
I hosted
okay.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I got to stay in contact with you, man, because, I like a lot of your stuff, man.
Yeah.
For sure, man. I live to the
Yeah.
whole joint, man.
That's what I love about us, man. All street dudes, close with them. Don't matter, man. Everybody respect everybody, man.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you ain't on no bullshit.
The twilight of the evening, even when drinking hot life, my pen faces the beats of generations. It's fire light through the tunnel.
I wasn't either. That's why I didn't find out about a lot of stuff. But I knew what people that was in it. But, I never went that route, man. So, things gotta make sense to me, man. I was like, this don't make sense. Every time I see y'all niggas getting locked up, y'all losing all the money y'all making or getting shot, it just didn't make sense for me. So, I was like, hey, y'all do y'all thing, but I'm be over here. I'm on the porch. Y'all can be off the porch. I'm on the porch. Guess what I'm doing? I'm writing. I'm on the porch, listening to beats, and I'm writing. Y'all hustling, that's cool. I'll be broke.
On the take, you know the drill when they coming for you. It's bigger than rap.